Привет, друзья! Продолжаем играть в Kingdom Come Deliverance. Ну и что у нас с заданием? Давайте посмотрим. Так, идти и принести гвозди для Терезы. На этом мы закончили. В прошлый раз. Да, меч мы собрали с отцом. Давайте, кстати, посмотрим. Может, он здесь где-то есть? Может, его видно? Батя, где меч? Ну ладно, не будем его тревожить. Меча не видать. Тут заготовки различные. Ну все, пойдем по квесту. Угу. Я так понимаю, нам вовнутрь надо, да? Вполне вероятно, я ошибся. Что-то не соображу пока. Стащить тут ничего нельзя.
How are you, Henry?
Закончить разговор. Что-то я серьезно не соображу. Вполне вероятно, нам сами гвозди еще надо взять, да? Да, точно. Вот они. Вот, все. Отвар. Так, а что нам дает этот отвар? Повязка. Возьмем, конечно же. Да, заберем все, пригодится. Ну, пить мы не планируем, но думаю, вполне может сгодиться. Слушай, а еще тут есть какие сундуки? Че, все, да? Все, я съел из котла. Ну да ладно.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll
Что же
see
он
each
все
other
никак
there.
не умоется, а?
Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword
Может, мне
is
самому
really
как-то это надо
beautiful.
сделать? Так, ну это похоже тоже там что-то, да? Тоже ко мне неравнодушно.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sir Istvan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. Do you have to keep going on about it?
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened? Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
На самом деле, а ты что тут-то ловить?
I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
Да, батя не только мечи умеет ковать. Я вот не пойму, что он-то стоит, что бежал тогда сюда. С одной стороны, эта ситуация безвыходная, но, блин, стоять и наблюдать. Жесть.
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
Ну, винить его за то, что он не вмешался, тут, конечно, нельзя. Блять, как он стоял, я понять не могу. Зачем вообще туда в таком случае ломиться?
Find a horse! Ride to town, Lurch! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Ну, красавцы. Ну, сам виноват все. С его мечом. Так, ага, значит, у нас был недовыполненные нежданные гости, и вот мы его все-таки выполнили. Так. В кодексе новая запись. Слушай, мы можем тут растения собирать? Нашел я время, да? Об этом задуматься. Так, все, выдохся, парень, выдохся. Давай дадим ему передохнуть. Так, верховая езда. Передвижение, ясное дело. Капс. Угу. Как сесть на нее, там дальше разберемся. Ладно, разберемся. Сесть верхом. В кодексе новая запись. Да замучили вы со своим кодексом. Так, все, поскакали. Курсором тут, как в Ведьмаке, да, управлять нельзя. Ну да ладно, так, разберемся. Странно чисто смотрит. Зачем он много ему стрелял, не пойму. Ну, блин. Вроде расстояние довольно близко было. Да ладно. Давай, поехала, поскакала. Что он знает? Гонится? Гонится. Так, на рану нужно наложить повязку. Давайте наложим. Можно прямо сейчас это сделать? Похоже, нельзя. Ага. Повязка. В бою невозможно использовать.
Damn it, not this way. Where the hell have I gone now?
Что-то нахрен. Похоже, сейчас, ребята, мы кончимся. Вот прям сейчас. Выбрались вроде, да? Что же я тут все пособирал, а?
Shit, this is the wrong way.
Блин, лошадь они меня, по всей видимости, ранили. Все же гладко должно быть. Блин, да что же за лошадь такая, не может там камушек какой-то переступить. О. Уйдем, не уйдем, похоже, нет. Ох. Ну что ж. Продолжить? Дубль 2. Не все гладко. На лошади я скакать не сразу понял как. Верховая езда не сразу далась. Так, давайте вообще сначала знакомимся с заданием. Так, журнал «Беги». Скачки ТРПР. Найди лошадь. Беги. Вот его мы выполним, да? На этот раз. И на этом закончим. Вот это вот «Беги». Так, что-то у меня там еще и нога показано. Вот это вот желтенькое. Фиг знает, типа стесал. Ну, не знаю, потом разберемся в этом интерфейсе. Я пока не совсем понимаю. Давай, давай. Все, я тут знаю уже. Пошел, пошел. Да фиг бы с вашим этим гребаным. Да садись. А, блин, че, да. Что-то еще лошадь его не устраивает, не каждый подходит. Все, уходим. Так, ну это мы все видели. Пропускаем. Так, получение мы остановить не можем, это мы уже знаем. Ох, стреляют по нам уже. С моста надо обязательно было упасть. Без этого никак.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Так, куда нам лучше? Да, наверное, лучше по дороге мы поскочим. Что там, за нами гонится? Да, за нами все еще гонится. Вот нужен я им, а сдался, блин. Тихо, тихо. Слушай, ну они в доспехах, они должны отстать. Но почему-то они меня догоняют. Давай, давай. Пошла кобылка. Ну вот эти вот ребята сейчас, может, они на них отвлекутся. Не хочет моя лошадь уже скакать. осталось-то что? Наверное. Но я не знаю, сколько какать-то, блин, можно. Вон там на горизонте какой-то замок появился. Фух, с горем пополам.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyu! Who's in there?
Да, доскакали с горем пополам.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry. son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Так, ну что, я так понимаю, мы задание пошли. Сейчас разберемся, сейчас посмотрим. Так, я так понимаю, нам поспать уже пора, да? Вот знать бы, что вот это вот значит означает.
insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
Слушай, ну съесть что-нибудь тут наверняка что-нибудь где-нибудь есть. Нету, да? Смотри какие. Так, что у нас? Так, нет, беги мы еще не закончили, так что продолжаем. Я, кстати, тоже что-то голодал, ну ладно, не буду прерывать эту серию, само собой. Думаю, за 30 минут со мной ничего не случится, там, ну, за час максимум, да? Так, теперь, говоришь, нужно что-нибудь съесть. Тут мы ничего не видим. Тихо, не буянь. Это меня так от голода колбасит. Слушай, ну что, мы будем есть, нет? Мадам. А, вот он, ага. Ладно, поговорим, там решим.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Пойдем на кухню.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation.
Ну, не лучший это вариант, то, что титр над головой у того, кто говорит.
Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You risked your life to warn us, and we won't forget it.
Так, значит, нам нужно поесть. Опа, перчаточки. Взять нельзя. Слушай, ну меня что-то не зря привели, да? Может, сесть там просто нужно присесть, а нас накормить.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Так, ну что, перекусим сначала. Возьмем мы тут все. Чувак, держись. Держись. Слушай, ну тут должна быть какая-нибудь кастрюлька. Ну-ка, пойдем-ка в кастрюльку заглянем. Вон она там варит. Поесть его, отлично. Так, мы тут еще раз поесть. Что-то больше не получается. Ну ладно. Что тут еще можно взять?
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Опять что ли? Опа, украсть. Не, воровать мы ничего не будем. Воровать мы ничего не будем, даже пробовать не будем. Дело не в том. Впалит нас нет. Так, ты опять у нас есть хочешь, да?
Lord Almighty.
Не бубни. Опа, приготовить. Давайте попробуем. Оружие, доспехи, все. Ну, не умеем мы. Либо мы не умеем готовить, либо у нас нету подходящих ингредиентов. Ну да ладно. Слушай, ну ты говоришь голоден, да? Давай посмотрим. Пища. Питательность 26. Питательность 5. Пюре. Чечевицы, рогалики. Рогалики. Даже не знаю, с чего начать-то нам есть. Слушай, ну вот у этого свежесть заканчивается. Да, давайте, да. То, что у нас по свежести не очень. 75, 100, сыр 100. Шнапс, ну это напиток крепкий. Я думаю, с ним ничего не будет. 88, 100, 99, 99. Что-то у нас, да. Съесть. Что-то не получается у меня. Ага, зажать надо было. Так, съели. Тут у нас показано где-нибудь там. Красноречие. Где там? Сколько нам еще? Есть. Так, ну немножко сократилось. Ладно, пойдет. Это, блин, проглот у нас получается еще тут, в общем. Ладно, пойдем поспим. Не совсем я понял, куда мне. Ну, я так понимаю, вот в это вот здание. Тут ничего не можно взять там. В мешочках полазить. Ну-ка, давай закроем его. Закрой. Ну ладно. Так, сесть. Так, сесть, приготовься. Мы перед сном тут сначала осмотримся. Так, тихо. Да, еда тут еще и пропадает. Слушай, иди отсюда. Нет, замок мы не будем скрывать. Все-таки тут блин, к нам проявили гостеприимство, а мы тут сейчас начнем у них, да, лазить, скрывать все. Спать. Сумма. Встать. Спать. Так, энергия. Давайте 3 часика мы дреманем, наверное. Да, вот 3 часа, я думаю, нам вполне хватит. 10 вечера, да, у нас получается?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy.
Да и вот нет ни хера, блядь.
My lady, no, not at all.
Догадайся.
But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Вот какие помыслы у нее
Welcome.
светлые.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Ну что ж, давай расскажем. Она действительно к нам добра.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Ну что, правду
The sword
будем
was
говорить?
taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
Oh. You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
Что-то я такого не
I'll
помню.
never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Как он там девушку спас?
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding, those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Да, кошмары теперь его мучают. Тут ты можешь делать в трусости, но голову на плечах тоже нужно иметь.
Henry,
Ничего,
wake
не
up.
мог помог.
You
Не
don't
мог
want to miss
помочь.
this. What is it? What's happening? Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Так, взять факел со стола. Кнопку Т или кнопку... А, 1. Да, вроде. Ага. Да, все верно, 1. Так, на стену. Как нам забраться на стену? Так, не здесь. Что тебя все прет-то? Вроде ты у нас не голоден. Ну ты и проглот. Как нам на стену забраться, ребята? Вот здесь вот может. Куда нам на стену? Давай съедим, давай. Что у нас тут еды тут достанешь? 85, 95, хлеб 94. Да вроде как яблоки, да, нам надо съесть. Рогалик. Ага. Ну, давай яблоко еще одно съедим. А может, не одно. Да давай уже все доедим. Вот эти вот нехорошие, которые... Ну да, почти все. От голода мы практически избавились.
No sign of anyone. God knows what it was.
Так, вот лестница у нас, да? Угу. Сюда нам, похоже, надо, да?
What the hell was that? Hey!
Да, я совсем заблудился. Ага, во.
Still quite hungry.
Anyway, you think Sigismund wouldn't catch up with us in the forest? Here, at least, we have a...
Да, надо мне настройки понизить. Сейчас вот FPS до 10 упал. И, в принципе, не поднимался. Конечно, да, перебор.
Do you know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Sir Robot. Didn't he tell you anything?
No, nothing.
I feel quite hungry.
Так, что дальше?
Prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people up.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Так меня-то зачем дергали? Я так и не понял.
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now.
Даже и не знаю, что сказать. Помолчу, наверное. Так.
Tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always.
Что ж, давай поговорим с тобой.
What is it you need?
Да, графику все-таки в следующем выпуске я поменьше сделаю, похоже. Постараюсь, чтобы не отразился особо на качестве.
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Так, и что у нас дальше? Так, караул держать, да? Что, нам просто торчать, что ли, на стене? Так, а время можно пропустить? Интересное задание, знаете, как время пропустить или может. Еще что-то в этом роде. Ну ладно, может, сейчас полазим, что интересное найдем. Так, ну это у нас ворота здесь открываются. Так, хорошо, мы уходим отсюда. Я вас понял.
Good day to you. What do you need?
What do you think about the Skalitz folk?
It's a hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord they got out of the siege. Skalitz Castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing.
I'm sorry you didn't all manage to get away.
So am I.
Thank God.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
I feel quite hungry.
Hey!
Так. Нажмите, что было написано «Е», да? Что я нажал «Е», не хочет. А, «Е», палки, латынь. Латынь. Я думаю, до 5 часов. До 5 часов мы тут подождем до рассвета. Задание. А в задании не сказано? А, ну дождитесь с утра, да. Ну что, нам еще часок? Еще часок. До 5, ну давай до 6. Что нам время-то тянуть? Опа. Что-то где-то там происходит. Так, идти на стену наружного двора. Сюда, что ли?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Так, ну скрывать мы ничего не будем. Уже об этом говорили. Угу, дверь.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Не пойму я, куда пока нам идти. Блин, вот сколько ж так бегать-то можно? Давайте вообще факел уберем. Уже все-таки как-никак светает. И обратно мы вернулись, да? Так, еще раз. Наружного двора. Выдохлись. Угу.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Да, вот он армию с собой таскает просто так, чтобы поговорить, узнать. А вот не было ли тут того-то, того-то?
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Ох, елки-палки, да, вот это вот беги надолго у нас квест затянется. Так, что нам сейчас предстоит? Так, не обязательно. А как они на карте у нас отмечены? Так, сначала нам бы лошадь взять.
What the hell? Jesus! Look where you're going! What is it?
Hey, watch it.
I'll remember you.
Hey, watch.
Стой.
Good health, you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Да, похоронить нам не позволяют родителей. Что у нас там дальше по заданию? Где нам лошадь вот взять? Так давайте по карте посмотрим. Тут закрыто. Да и успеешь-то поесть, елки-палки. Ничего ты не проголодался еще. Так, ну да, тут у нас купец. Ну, купец нам фиг бы на него. Как нам выбраться? Как нам выбраться, ребята? Давайте вот сюда вот мы все-таки попробуем попасть. Ворота у нас вот, да? Отсюда никак не выбраться. Нужно было на жалость давить, на жалость. Ну, попробуем с охранником договориться.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Townburg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go.
Где же здесь доспехи-то, блин?
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Где же мне взять доспехи?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Ну, это как вариант. Тем более, да, вот у нас появилась иконка, где нам их взять. И давайте посмотрим, куда нас ведет. Мы сейчас уйдем опять. Так. Угу. Вас понял. Ночлежку, да? Вот
Could do with a
самое.
bite to eat.
Не совсем я понял. Да, блин, с картой тут как-то вот не особо, блин. В общем, нужно нам подняться на стену. Я так понимаю. Ну что они предлагают нам? Взломать? У меня нет отмычки.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you know where I can buy and...
Well,
Да вот не интересно мне, что он думает. Случайно я нажал. Здесь есть торговец. Закончить разговор.
I feel quite hungry.
You've no business here. Clear off, or you'll be sorry.
Да не бубни ты там. Сейчас выберемся. Нету ни черта. Да, правильно все.